How's it going, guys? In this video, I'm going to give you an updated tutorial on how to wall dash the easiest way out there. And this is for 2025. This is the new updated method I just found out like a week ago, but I'll do it in full speed so you guys can see. That's basically the non-drift version, which is easier. This is the drifting version, which looks cooler, and it's way more controlled if you drift, but you do have to click quicker if you are drifting. So I'll show you how to do both of them real quick. To preface, I use a PS5 controller. This is my jump button, so I press X to jump, and then this button, this button right here, my L1, is my free arrow button. It's also my drift button, so you'll see me drifting, like power sliding with this button. That's how I'm doing it. So I use jump and this button, and then this is my, right here is my joystick to control where my wheels go. So that's pretty much all you need. I do use arrow, like directional arrow as well for other mechanics. Like if I'm going for like, I don't know, a triple flip reset, I probably can't do that off the spot. But like, yeah, I can't. But if you're going for like, you know, harder mechanics, you do need directional arrow. But for this isn't that. So yeah, let's just get straight into it. So there's a few things I'm going to talk about before I actually go into like how to actually do the jumping movements. The first thing is that if you don't drift, like I said, it's easier because when people are doing the single like the single jump wall dashes, like you'll see like pros doing this a lot. I don't really do it, so I'm not that good at it, but you'll see people do that they're not drifting there. Obviously they're just jumping into the wall, and that's why it's much harder to control than just spamming the button, which is why I don't do it. It's way harder, but like you could still kind of do it, but it's harder. So if you want the easier version, I say to drift, but some people say don't drift, but it's kind of all up in the air. But for this, I'll show you both. So if we're drifting and we're on the wall, we want to be pointing downwards if we're drifting, because our car is going to be sliding up the wall like this. Hold on. Like this. It's going to be sliding down the wall. So if we're drifting, we want to be pointing down the wall, right? Because we don't want to just be dashing into nothing. We want to be dashing like for a rotation. Like I know it looks cool, but it's actually not troll. Like it's a legit mechanic, right? It's just like a flick or anything else. It's the same thing. So we want to be dashing for a point. So I recommend holding drift. So we're going to hold our L1 button or our drift button, and then we're going to point our joystick towards the wall that we're on. So if we're on the right wall, hold L1 and then point it towards the middle right. So I'm holding it here. Give me 1 second. Okay. So now I'm holding L1 and I'm going to the middle side of the wall I'm at. So if I'm going to the left wall, I'll hold middle left. If I'm going on the right, I'll go middle right. Like I'm not going like up. Like you see on my joystick, it's middle. It has to be middle. If you go up, it will just like, it technically works, but your best bet's going middle. Okay. So we're going middle right. Okay. So now we're drifting middle right. And then now we're going to press the jumping. So the jumping is the hardest part because you have to be pretty quick. So if you try jumping, just like pressing the button randomly, like you can see on the joystick, it's too slow. What my jumping looks like is this. And I don't have a macro. For those of you wondering, that's cheating. I've never had a macro. I mean, I do it in games all the time. I do it live, whatever. But basically you do this, and then you just want to be jumping as quick as you can. Now, I know it sounds kind of troll of me to say, but we got to be jumping at least 10 times a second. I know that sounds like a lot, but you got to be pressing the button at least 10 times a second. And I'm doing this by jitter clicking. I'm jitter clicking my thumb like that. It's like if you're playing Minecraft and you're butterfly clicking, it's the same thing. So you just want to be, you won't be able to do it unless you jitter click. Like your fingers will not be able to click the button fast enough unless you're like shaking your finger to do it. And it's not, I know it sounds like super hard, like you have to shake your entire hand. It's really not that hard once you do it for a minute. Like it's like I can do it even while talking. Like it kind of just comes second nature. So now that we actually understand how we do it, when we're jitter clicking, we want to have our car in a position that like we can get out of, essentially. So like if we're on the wall, right, and we go like this, like we can't recover, right? So like if we're even like this, like we can't recover. So you want to be putting your car in a spot where you can always get out of it, right? So that's not what you want to be doing. So when you're coming up to this wall, we want to be going here, and so we can go back to net, right? We want to be, that's why I said at the start, we want to face our car down, because we want to be able to get off the wall and rotate back to net, because it's like a legit thing. It's a legit mechanic, but that's pretty much the main idea of the wall dash. You can apply the wall dash in a lot of different scenarios. Like, for example, if the ball's up here, you could wall dash closer and then free open net. Like, if you want to just, you could really do anything with wall dashes. Like, it is just another mechanic. And I am SSL, for those of you wondering my credibility. I've been SSL, like, for a long time, basically. So, like, that's pretty much the idea. That's all I have for you guys in this video. If you find this video helpful at all, make sure to like and subscribe for more videos like this. Also, be sure to comment down what kind of tutorials you guys want to see or what kind of videos you guys want to see in general. If you guys are interested in personalized one-on-one coaching, you can join my Discord server and message me the word replay. I offer replay reviews, and that's pretty much the best way to get coached, in my opinion, because if you're at a high enough rank where you watch your replays, like if I give a GC3 his replay that he lost, it's very unlikely that he'll be able to understand all the mistakes he made in that game. So if a higher rank watches their replay, it would be the same thing as if I give like a little league, like baseball player, like if I show him the game film and say, okay, tell me every single thing you did wrong, they're not going to know every single thing they did wrong. But if you give that same film to a professional baseball player, an MLB baseball player, they're going to be able to understand a lot more of the mistakes because they've been in the game for so much longer, so they understand the game at a whole different level. I'm kind of at the point where I don't really play ranked all that much anymore. We're pretty deep into the season. I still haven't even played a game because it gets to a point where it's like, now what? You know, like I'm SSL pretty easily, and so I'm not really, I mean, I'll probably get SSL again this season just so I can get my tags, but I kind of just do replay reviews just to help other people out. I've been playing the game for a long time now, but yeah, I kind of went off on a crazy tangent. Thanks for watching. Let me know what you guys want to see in the next one. Peace.